Hi dear students and viewers, welcome back to our channel Kumar Basics of Physics. Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about the what is PN junction diode and what is the potential barrier in that PN junction diode. Dear students, this video is very helpful to the who are preparing for IP examinations and who are preparing for competitive examinations like MSET, NEET, IIT like that. That's why watch the video up to last. When you can watch the video till the end, then only my content will reaches you. Clear? After watching the video, if you can satisfied without my explanation, just give a like and comment. That will help to my channel. Okay? So up to now you didn't subscribe my channel, then subscribe my channel. Without late, we are going to the topic. What is meant by PN junction diode? We have to know. First thing is what is p-type material and what is n-type material. When a trivalent impurities is added to the pure semiconductor, then we will get p-type semiconductors. When a pentavalent impurities are added to the pure semiconductor, then n-type semiconductors are formed. And in p-type semiconductors, holes are the majority charge carriers and electrons are the minority charge carriers. In case of n-type semiconductors, electrons are the majority and holes are the minority charge carriers. I clearly explained formation of p-type semiconductor and formation of n-type semiconductor. There is some videos are in the same playlist. Just go to the playlist and check the video and watch the video. So dear students, when p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor are suitably combined together or joined together, then a PN junction diode is formed. Look here now. Dear students, here the p-type semiconductor should be shown like this, and this is the n-type semiconductor that should be shown like this. Here p-type semiconductor has holes are the majority. Holes are the majority charge carriers and electrons are the minority charge carriers. And this is what we shown like this. Here is the immobile acceptor. I clearly explained in previous videos how it can be formed. Okay, just go for that, watch it once. And now here immobile acceptor means what? It is ready to accept. And this is the n-type semiconductor representation. Here positive symbol indicates the immobile donor. And these dots are the electrons. These electrons are the majority charge carriers. Clear? P-type semiconductor and this is the n-type semiconductors. Clear? P-type consists of trivalent impurities. In that holes are the majority, and in n-type semiconductors electrons are the majority. You have to remember that. Now these two semiconductors should be suitably joined like this. Now this is called a PN junction diode. Clear? P-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor, when they join these together, now what you get? PN junction diode. The circuit symbol of PN junction diode should be shown like this. So this triangular shape is P and this line is N. Now it is the circuit symbol of PN junction diode. You have to remember that. So now when p-type and n-type are joined together, now this line which can join these two, that should be called as the PN junction. Here this line joins these two and this line separates these two. That's why it is called PN junction. This is simply about the how we can get the PN junction diode. When p-type material and n-type material suitably combined together, what we get? p-n junction diode. p-n junction diode. That's why here, when the p-n junction diode is formed, what's happened and how the potential barrier will formed at the p-n junction. Let's discuss here. So children, when p-type and n-type both are joined like this, here you have to understand what is the charge of hole. Hole charge is positive and electron charge, here dots are nothing but what? Electron. Electron charge is what? Negative charge. So here the like charges always attracts together. So they wants to move from one side to the another side, and they must be wants to combine. In p-type, holes are the majority, and in n-type, electrons are the majority. So hole charge is positive, and in n-type, electrons are the majority. So in p-type semiconductors, the current is because of both charge carriers, holes and electrons. We will discuss in coming videos. Okay. Now here you have to observe holes positive, electrons are negative. Due to that, here holes are must move from p side to the n side. The holes must be wants to move from p side to the n side. During that, here the junction must be here. They can crosses the junction and should be enter into the n-type material, and in that they should be combined with the electrons, and they must be wants to become neutral. Clear? In holes which are in the p-type, they must be wants to move from n side, and they must be wants to combine with the electron, negative charge electron, and they want to become neutral. And similarly, electrons which are in n-side material, n-type material, they must be moves from here. In case of electrons, what you have? Where you have? In n-type material. So electrons must be moved from n side to the p side. They must be moved from, as electrons are moving from n side to the p side, and they also wants to combine the holes and to become neutral. And similarly, holes are moving from p side to the n side. So this is the continuous process. And here the current is because of moving charges like holes and electrons from one side to the another side. That process is called diffusion, and the current is called here diffusion current. So here, so what it is? Diffusion takes place. Diffusion means what? Holes and electrons are moving from one side to the another side. That is what we call diffusion of charges. And the current what we are getting inside the diode or p-n junction diode, that is what we call diffusion current. Clear, children? Now here the process will be goes continuously like that. After some time, here some change will be formed at the junction. What's that? Simply here S. So this is the junction. At this junction here we are getting like this here. So that means what? Near the junction like this. If it is the junction, I am drawing separately here. Very simple to understand. If you can understand this one, you can easily understand the further topics. I am drawing separately here. This is the p type and this is the n type. Here in n side, during the diffusion process at the junction, some positive charge is created. Clear? And similarly here in p side, some negative charge is created. Clear? This negative charge, where it is there? In p type. Positive charge it is there in n type. Where it is? Near the junction. Where it is? Near the junction. So after formation this one, at the junction there is some layer is there. That layer is having there is no movement of charges. Why? Because let's discuss. After formation of positive charge near the junction in N side, if the hole wants to move from P side to the N side, that should be repelled by the positive charge what it is there at the junction. Clear? After formation of positive charge near the junction, then further the holes which are trying to move from P side to the N side, they must be repelled. They must be repelled by the positive charge which is at the junction. Then obviously those holes are again comes back, they do not crosses the junction and they should be in p-type only. And similarly, if the electrons are wants to move from N side to the P side, these electrons wants to go from here to here, but it is not possible. Why? This negative charge is repels the electrons. So the positive charge which is at the junction in N side, that will prevent the moving of holes from P side to the N side, and the negative charge which is inside the P type, that should be opposes the electrons what are they are moving from N side to the P side. That's why simply at the junction there is some layer will be created. In that layer there is no moving of any kind of charges. That particular layer is called depletion layer. What we call? Depletion layer. The layer where we have no moving of charges. That should be what we call depletion layer. So to cross that particular depletion layer here, some potential barrier is created. Some potential is required. This is the positive. I am showing like this positive, and this is the negative here. This particular depletion layer has some potential. Simply I am showing here like this. So this is the positive one and this is the negative one. Because of all negatives, it is gives the negative, and this is the positive like this. So some potential is required to cross the holes from one side to the other side, to move the holes from one side to the other side. And similarly, some potential is required here to move the electrons from N side to the P side. So that means here at the depletion layer, some potential is created. That potential is called barrier potential. What did children? Barrier potential. Clear? This is the positive and this is the negative. What we say, it is like a battery. That's why it is having some potential. This depletion layer should be having some potential. That potential is what we call barrier potential. So children, here for p-type material, the barrier potential is some potential is here p-type material, that is 0.3 electron volts or 0.3 volts, and for simply here we are like going like this. You can take germanium, that should be here 0.3 volts. For silicon, you will take 0.7 volts, 7 volts. And then for PN junction diode, the barrier potential is in between these two, like average potential is 0.5 volts. For germanium, it is the 0.3 volts. For silicon, 0.7 volts. And if you can take combination of these two, what is 0.5 volts. So this is the average potential of PN diode. So children, in this case, the potential electric field written as like this: VB by D. E is equals to VB by D. Here, what is the electric field at the barrier? What it is? Electric field at the barrier is what? E. And what is VB? Barrier potential. And what is the thickness of the or distance of the depletion layer? That's why here we will find out the electric field like this. E is equals to VD by B, children. What is VD value here? What we are saying? 0.5. And V by D. E is equals to VB by D. Okay. Here what is the thickness of the depletion layer, that should be here 10 power of minus 6 meters, and this is the 0.5 volts. Then what we get, electric field of that particular barrier, what we write, 0.5 into 10 power of minus 10 power plus 6, that means what, 5 into 10 power of 6 volt per meter. This is the electric field of the particular barrier potential and its electric field. So children, this is simply about the what it is the PN junction diode and what is the circuit symbol and how the depletion layer formed and what is meant by barrier potential and what is the electric field value of barrier potential. Along with that, you have to remember some graphs are there. So shapes of the graph between different quantities in case of PN junction diode. So here some graphs are there, you have to remember that. If you can plot the graph between distance and potential of a PN junction diode, that should be like this. So this is for P and this is for now L. Okay, so if you can plot the graph between potential and distance, that should be seems like this. If we can plot the graph between charge density and distance, then it should be like a sinusoidal wave. So this is the portion is minus and this is the positive. And if we can plot the graph between distance and electric field, that should be seems like this. So this is the graph, like a semicircle shape. So children, you have to remember these shapes, that should be important for competitive exams. So dear students, if you can understand this my explanation, my concept, you can like, share, comment the video. I need your support. When you can like and comment and subscribe my channel will reach to the so many people and so many students. That should be helpful to me and for them also. Thank you for watching.